And news this morning that Flybe, the UK's largest regional airline, has collapsed, ceasing flights today and putting 2,000 jobs in jeopardy. Belfast City Airport is hugely affected as 80% of its flights were operated by Flybe. Brian Ambrose is the Chief Executive of Belfast City Airport and he's on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is very disappointing news for you. What's happening there this morning?
Well, it's a very tough time for the staff. Flybe have been with this airport really since it opened for commercial operations in 1983. So it's a tough time for staff and for our customers. 2/3 of our passenger throughput is with Flybe. So the message that I've been relaying to the Flybe staff and to our customers is that we have an excellent product. There's a strong interest in those 14 routes, and within the last 24 hours we have had airlines showing interest in all of the routes, and some of the larger routes we've had multiple airline interests. So we're confident we will rebuild the business. We have got the support of our shareholders to do that. We are not ourselves planning any redundancies, but that doesn't mean to say it's not a difficult time for the staff who have been directly affected.
And for people who were planning to fly today, you're just saying do not turn up to the airport, there are no flights. Are there anything these people can do to get where they need to go?
So the news broke last night and was well covered by the media, so customers recognise that. We've had very few people turn up for Flybe flights today. Some will obviously try. We have 5 other airlines at the airport. If they need to get to Great Britain, they may try some of our other routes with other airlines. But on the short term, I do expect within the next days and weeks to be announcing some of that backfill. But until we do that, there's nothing we can do for those customers at the moment.
First Minister Arlene Foster saying this morning that this will be a big test of the UK's commitment to regional connectivity. Do you agree with her?
Well, I was speaking both to the First Minister this morning and to the Department for Transport, and my message to both was the same. There has been talk for a long time now that the UK government are going to do something to reduce possibly domestic air passenger duty, which for us means a £26 charge for a return domestic flight to Great Britain. So I think if they are committed to helping the industry, there's a budget statement on the 11th of March next week, and I think that's the most meaningful support, because you'll find that you have no problems getting airlines serving the likes of London, but when it gets to the regions, I think it's a tougher market, and if the government can create a more supportive environment, I think that, particularly in the current climate when we have the added challenge of coronavirus, I think that if they are committed to the regions, that's the type of tangible thing government can do. So we await with interest.
Right, so get rid of the £26 passenger duty. Speaking of coronavirus, was it part of sort of the final body blow for this airline? Has it been affecting you there?
Well, for us, our February numbers were 9% down. So we think most of that was down to the coronavirus. How deep that becomes, how long it lasts is an unknown. I think Flybe did make some statement to say that was a factor towards the end.
OK, well, Brian Ambrose, Chief Executive of Belfast City Airport, best of luck with getting a replacement for Flybe Airlines.